Honestly, I didn't want to have to make this video. I've avoided talking about this because I know how controversial it is, but I can't ignore it anymore. Everyone keeps talking about how rock music is making a comeback. And maybe on paper it is. I mean, you've got bands like Ghost that are topping the charts, and you've got big tours selling out. But when you look deeper at it, and when you actually listen to a lot of what's being called rock right now, I can't lie, man. It feels empty. Like rock music has lost its teeth. And that breaks my heart, because this is the music that literally saved me. This is the music that gave me a voice when I didn't have one. I mean, rock was the first thing in my life that said it was okay not to fit in. Like, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel like you're drowning. That's what made it powerful. That's what made it dangerous. And if I'm being honest, a lot of what's on the rock charts today just doesn't feel dangerous at all. It feels really safe, really calculated. Now listen, I know some people are going to push back and get mad at me for saying this. I mean, people are going to say, just look at the numbers, look at the tours, look at the streams. And yeah, if you want to measure it by spreadsheets and algorithms, sure, you can make the case that rock is back. I mean, Ghost is selling out. They're topping charts. Greta Van Fleet is, headlining festivals. But here's the thing. Charts don't actually measure the soul of it. What charts actually measure is marketing budgets. They measure pre-saves and playlisting and TikTok virality. And I hate to say it, but that is not the same thing as rock music making a comeback or being alive. I mean, let's just take Ghost for an example. I know they've got a huge following, and I'll be honest, they've built something really impressive. They've got great visuals and branding, and the whole thing is very theatrical, which I tend to love the theatrical. But for me, it's just theater. It's clever packaging, but rock isn't supposed to feel like that. Rock is supposed to feel like sweat and blood and broken glass on stage. It's supposed to feel chaotic, not calculated. And when people tell me, well, listen, they're selling tickets, they're topping the charts. Yeah, they are. I get it. But selling tickets isn't proof that the spirit of rock music is alive. It just means the machine is working. The machine still knows how to recycle nostalgia and push a product. It's the same reason you can put Journey or Def Leppard on tour and they still fill arenas. Now, I love both of those bands, but that doesn't mean the future of rock is thriving. It means people are clinging to what they already know, what they already love. So what happened? How did we get here? I mean, rock used to be dangerous. It used to scare parents. And it used to give a voice to kids who felt invisible. That's why it actually mattered. That's why it had power. But somewhere along the way, the danger just got tampered down. It got sanded off. Radio, I don't know, radio got safe. Record labels just basically stopped betting on outsiders and just started fucking chasing the algorithm. And songs stopped being written to start riots or even break hearts. They started being written to fit neatly into a Spotify playlist. And when that happens, you get music that, well, it sounds fine, but honestly, it doesn't matter. And the other thing that changed was the community. Like in the 70s and 80s and 90s, and honestly, even into the 2000s, you could feel movements building. You could feel that there was a scene, like bands fed off of each other. Audiences created something bigger than the sum of its parts. And now the internet and social media has just fractured everything. Instead of one big massive movement, you've got thousands of little micro scenes, and they're all just kind of, screaming into the void. And I'm not saying that all of that is bad. I mean, there's definitely a lot of beauty in diversity, but the trade-off is that rock lost its center of gravity. It lost that sense of being like a cultural force. Because when was the last time a rock song actually terrified a politician? When was the last time a rock band became a symbol for rebellion? I mean, those days feel a long, long way away. I think rock music's greatest gift was that it made people uncomfortable. It said things you weren't supposed to say, and it sounded like nothing else. It challenged the system, and right now, too much of what is called rock feels like a safe product for a playlist. And you know what? That should piss us off. It pisses me off. It makes me disgusted. But here's the thing. Before I just absolutely sound like a grumpy old man, and I'm sure it's already too late, I'm sure I do, I want to be clear about something. It's not all doom and gloom. There are absolutely artists out there who are still carrying the torch. Youngblood, for one. You guys know Youngblood? I mean, holy shit, this dude is insane. He is fearless. And he is, number one, he's got a killer voice. And he just knows what the hell is going on. So my hat's off to him, man. And if you don't know who he is, check him out. The dude is sick. And then you've got bands like Papa Roach that they've been at it forever and they're still killing it. They've adapted year after year and they've evolved, but they've never lost their authenticity. I'm not just saying this because I produced one of their records. I'm saying this because they are one of the best live bands out there. They've never phoned it in. I mean, when Jacoby gets on stage, you believe every minute of his existence. You feel it. The whole band is just unbelievable. And then you've got bands like Shinedown. I mean, say what you want, but they have stayed consistent. They've been making anthems that people connect with year after year, and they have weathered the trends, and they're still here. They're still delivering. I think that deserves respect. And I just can't talk about who's keeping rock alive without mentioning Halestorm. I mean, come on, Lzzy Hale. She's a great friend of mine, but she is the real deal. She's one of the most powerful and authentic voices in rock music ever. Not just of her generation, ever. And every time I listen to them or see them play, I just walk away reminded of what this genre can be when it's fearless and unapologetic. Halestorm are proof that rock can still be dangerous and inspiring at the same time. The problem is the fact that I can only name a handful. Think about that. Out of hundreds of bands on the charts, I can only point to a few that feel like they're still fighting for something. That should tell us everything we need to know about the state of the rock music genre. And here's the hard truth. I don't say any of this because I want to trash rock music. I say it because I fucking love rock music. It's my blood. It's the reason I'm here. But love without honesty is just nostalgia. And I just don't want to live in nostalgia. If we're going to call this a rock comeback, it has to earn it. It's got to scare people again. It's got to piss people off again. It's got to inspire kids who feel like they don't belong. And it's got to be unpredictable. And it's got to be, I know it's a cliche, but it's got to be fucking dangerous. And until that happens, rock isn't back. It is simply limping along, pretending. And I think someone's got to wake it up and make it real again. I didn't want to make this video, but I don't know, someone had to say this. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of thoughts about this one. Whether you agree with me or whether you disagree with me, let me know what you think. Thanks for listening. Take care.